Hi, this is Peter Corrigan on the second video on the truth, down-to-earth opinion on how to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to discuss, as I said in the last video, my experience of how to be an entrepreneur, the real way, the truth, no BS. I will tell you everything, what I've done to carve out a small portion of the pie to be, in my opinion, might not be anyone else's opinion, of being successful as an entrepreneur, even if it's only small, minute. It's up to you what you define as being success. My first tip for any entrepreneur or young guy who's wanting to be an entrepreneur and start your own business, I'm afraid I'm going to mention something which will possibly bore your pants off and bore you to death. And probably I'm going to mention a subject what you don't really want to talk about because it's not exciting, it's not sexy, it can be quite boring, and we tend to want to ignore this subject. In fact, there's not many videos on it, and especially the gurus. The gurus don't want to talk about this subject because they know it's boring and it's not entertaining. And that's all their videos is about entertainment and feeding you the illusion and marketing the dream and not really telling you the nitty-gritty on how to be an entrepreneur. Because let me tell you, it's not what the gurus say. It really is grinding, hard work, making loads and loads of mistakes and losing money. Well, the first tip on the subjects which I'm about to say is this is really true, guys. And I'm sorry, I know it's boring and we don't want to listen to this subject. But the first thing to be an entrepreneur, and especially try to be financially free and improve your finances, is first thing is you must get yourself out of debt. That's it. I know it's boring and you don't want to talk about this subject, but to be an entrepreneur, we have got to get out of debt. I was in debt for over £30,000. I'm going to be honest with you. And it took me many, many years, I'm not going to lie to you, to get and pay that debt off to zero. It took many years of hard work, discipline and perseverance just to get to zero, to get rid of that debt. But what it taught me as an entrepreneur to get debt free, it did teach me to have willpower. It did teach me to have a passion and focus on wanting to get out of debt. So even though it's a boring subject, I was still learning, even though I didn't know I was learning. I was focused and did everything, whatever it took to get out of debt. And it took me a very long time, chipping away at my debts, really getting the debt down, really being pleased about seeing my debts get lowered down. And then the hard thing is to keep it down. So the first thing you need to do in whatever way is to get out of debt. You need to stop spending. But it's not about budgeting to get rid of your debts. It's about bringing in income. That's how to get rid of your debt, is having simply more money. Soak that in for a while, what I've just said. Having more money. It's not that you have to cut back. It's not that you have to give up things. The reason why you can't get out of debt is because you've got an income problem. So you need more money. And you need to do whatever it takes to get that income. You need to do small jobs, do work, do whatever you can to get the money, and then with that money, pay your debt off and just chip away. As I said, it took me many, many years to do this with hard work, doing odd jobs here and there, doing all sorts of odd jobs. In the next videos, I'll tell you about jobs, about working hard to pay off your debt. At the beginning, yes, I do believe you've got to get rid of your credit cards because they are very high interest. But this is the beginning. Some gurus out there would say that advice is wrong, but that's later on for advanced businessmen. Yes, we can use our credit cards later on in our business when we're more experienced, use our credit cards and use debt to help our businesses. But don't worry about that for now. That's later on. But for now, just chip away at that debt. And chipping away at that debt bit by bit. And once you do come debt-free, let me tell you, once you do become debt-free, the feeling you get of knowing that you don't owe any human being or any organisation or anyone any money is an amazing feeling. And that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. It's about emotional feelings, about being successful. And when you do get to zero, you are successful. You are on the road to be successful because it takes a lot of determination, passion and willpower to be debt-free. It's hard. It's not easy. Well, I didn't find it easy. You guys might find it a lot easier than what I am, but I found it very, very hard to get rid of my £30,000 debt, which now I am debt-free, zero. And I'm really, really, really pleased, because now I can start making money, and the money what I make is mine. I don't owe it to anyone. And that's the feeling you can get. I hope this has helped you. So think about that. Get rid of your debt. Be determined to do that and have willpower to do and get rid of your debt. This is Peter Corrigan talking about entrepreneurism, warts and all, uncensored. I am not scripting this. This is coming from me. If I make a mistake, I don't care. If I speak wrong and stutter, slur my words, I don't care, because this is coming from me, and I hope someone out there is listening. No fancy gurus, no fancy, like I said, no fancy BS about how fantastic it is being a millionaire, and you can be a millionaire, blah, 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 showing you the dream. No, it's not about that. It's about an honest opinion from an honest entrepreneur guy. Hoping I can help you. And at the end of this, I'm not going to sell you a course. That's not what it's about. That's how these gurus make their money, is selling you guy their courses. And then they become a millionaire once they've sold all the courses and their seminars. That's how they do it. I'm not doing that. That's their game. That's not my game. Remember, guys, get out of debt. Chip away at your debts. Get rid of your credit cards. And get out of debt. This is Peter Corrigan. Take care.